Morning, agents. It's Monday morning. I just wanted to give you guys a quick Monday meeting before we go ahead and start off our week. We're going to have an amazing week this week. Some of you guys are just getting into the groove of things. You got to remember, you guys are still new. Um, if money was easy, guys, everybody'd be making it, right? This is going to be a grind. Some of you guys, first time outbound calling. Some of you guys are veterans. But either way, no matter what you are, 99% of your day is going to be a rejection. The best, the best of the best of the best agents in the world, I mean, they might be 90, 93% rejection per, per day. So no matter what, you're going to be in the 90s every day. Um, so you're talking about, what's the difference between, 91% and 92%? Well, it's only one call. It's 1%. So you figure you take 100 calls an hour. Each call is a percentage. So you figure if you're going to be 95% rejection, it means 95 people are going to tell you to go, not interested, and you have a chance with the other ones. Now, does it mean it's guaranteed numbers? No. I mean, you can you cannot be available for the call, or you could go to the bathroom, or when that call pops up on your screen, you don't have to say hello for a few seconds, and then that customer will hang up. I mean, we all know that. We all know how it goes. So the best ability is availability, and half the battle's showing up, but the other half of the battle's taking these calls and going call to call. You got to try to get 100 calls in per hour. So you got to go call to call to call to call. Work them, work them as best as you can. Isolate the objections. Um, but at the end of the day, the bottom line, everybody wants to know what's a good job, right? Am I doing a good job? What's a good job? All right. Well, a good job is one transfer per hour to the closing department that's valid by QC. That's per agent. Okay? So if you want to know if you're doing a good job, that's what it is. Or if you need a goal to strive for, well, that's what we do here. Anything less than a transfer per hour that's valid, you're not doing a good job. And what ends up happening is after a few weeks, somebody will go ahead and pile up jobs and come and ask me how come there's no money. Well, it's because money is a byproduct of a job well done, not a bad job. All right. So can we get lucky along the way? Absolutely. But you got to do a good job, guys. And I know we make money at one transfer per hour per agent. I know we don't make money at under one transfer per hour per agent. So let's go ahead and get there. Um, we're not going to concentrate over anything else throughout the shift. So between the hours of 9 a.m. Eastern Time and 6 p.m., we don't talk about anything other than how to get you to your one valid transfer per hour per agent to the closing department. That's all we talk about. You might wonder why you'll ask 4, 5, 6,000 questions and they don't get answered. Well, it's because you asked them at the wrong time. You have to understand that QC, even Zeb, the GM, Kevin, myself, during shift hours, we're working to make money. We're working too. We have jobs. Even me, I own the company. I have a job. So we have things to do during the day. So when you're asking us questions at production time, well, that's why it gets ignored. It's not that it got ignored; that's the wrong time. If you would go ahead and ask your question, when we weren't working, you'd probably get somebody that would stop and answer your question. But usually it's agents not getting logged in. This agent can't hear the customer. Frank, can you pull this call recording and listen to it? Because we believe it was a valid transfer, and whatever. That's what we're doing throughout the day. So answering CRM questions, or answering questions about payday or pay or anything that's not production, we probably won't go over between the hours of 9 and 6. If we have time, of course we will. But come on, guys, we got a lot of centers, you know that. Lot of agents, and we have a hands-on approach to everything. So I mean, Kevin's logging them in, QC's listening to the calls. So could you imagine doing that for all the agents we have? We got our hands full. So we need you to help us out, and we need you to just focus on what we're focusing on. Because if we don't focus on the same things during the day, well, can you imagine why our two companies wouldn't make money together? Duh. All right? So let's focus on the same thing. All right? So what we're focusing on from 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, is one transfer per hour per agent, valid through QC. If you don't have that, don't message me because you have a lot of work to do. All right? That's the first thing I'm going to ask you. Any question you ask me, I don't care if you ask me how's the weather in Florida where I am. I'm going to say, do you have one transfer per hour per agent? Okay. Don't give me bad agent stats. All right? So fix your house, guys. You got a floor to build. If you're an agent, you got goals to meet. So you got every single hour, you've got a job to meet. You know, if we were making cheeseburgers and I told you every single hour I needed a cheeseburger, you'd probably make me a cheeseburger every hour, right? Yes, because that was your job. Well, here, your job isn't to make cheeseburgers. Here, your job is to get one transfer per hour to the closing department that's valid through QC. That's all your job is. Nothing more, nothing less. If you can do more than that, great, good for you. But we don't accept anything less than that. We'll give you, obviously, a lot of, we'll give you some time to go ahead and get there. We don't expect miracles overnight, but we do expect progress. We think everyone's doing a fantastic job. This was more of a focus meeting. It's a Monday morning meeting. Everybody will want to focus on the same page. I want everybody to be on time. I love the companies that are on time, smooth in and out of breaks. You guys still have to manage yourselves. Even though it's our structure, you still have to manage yourselves. So please make sure that you're following, the herd, because there's a lot of agents all moving at the same time. And can you imagine when we have, 70 agents logged in over in these two servers, and 5 agents came in late. Now we got to find a spot for them. So we put them over on this server over here, and now we got to get them new logins, and we got to whitelist their IP, and we got to redo their soft phones. So I'm sure you can see, when we don't see you come back from break, we're filling your spot. And then when you come back from break, we have to find a spot for you if you're late. So, communication's key, being on time is key, and then focus is key. Listen, this whole week is going to be about focus. You're going to hate me this week, but it's okay, because my job is not for you to like me. My job is to help you make money. I'm the coach. I call the plays, you go out there and execute. When you go out there and you don't throw, and you don't score goals or touchdowns or whatever sport you like, and you come back to the coach and you say, hey, I didn't do a good job, well, you better get out there and do a good job. I'm not out there kicking field goals or kicking goals, So I'm the coach. I just call the plays. You guys are out there, executing the plays. And I know that I need one transfer per hour per agent from the fronter group. That's how we make money. We've always made money like that. You can ask anybody that's been in outbound cold calling. Ask your dinosaurs, your center, your team leaders, your CEOs, your general managers, the people that have been around for a long time. Ask them about outbound cold calling. Ask them. It's 2 simple things you need to know. 1, it's 99% rejection. And then the second thing you need to know is that no matter what program you're calling, whether it's gas and electric, magazines, vacations, cruises to the Bahamas, I've done them all, by the way, it's all the same. They're literally all the same, even pharma. It's 1 per hour per agent. It's 99% rejection. It doesn't change. That's the whole beauty of outbound cold calling. You won't be a billionaire overnight, but the numbers are fixed. The numbers are fixed. They're guaranteed. 1 out of 100 every hour will tell you yes. And then in my closing department, 1 out of 10 will say yes. So do the math. So that's, it's very simple. Very, 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 very simple, guys. But you guys got to do your part. And you can't take underproductive stats and ask me why you didn't do well. I don't want to hear, you got 3 transfers every month for like 10 months, and now you got, 30 transfers, and you want to know why you don't have 3 installs. Well, come on, guys. You can't group up crap and ask me why it's not gold. So let's go jump on the phone, and let's go ahead and run every single hour like it's your last hour. I expect every hour for production. All right, guys? So let's have a rock and roll Monday. Let's log them in. Let's light them up. Let's go make some money.